Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How are we actually doing? I know it's Monday, we're giving thanks, we're having gratitude, knowing that we are alive and well, right? Gratitude above all else this morning. So we're back here for Market Outlook this week, right? Last week we we're here, same time, and we told you we'll be here same time, same place again. And
And we are here again
here we
by the
are.
grace of God.
Here we are. So if y'all remember clearly, we got like a lovely overview last week when price was actually here when we came here last week. Yep, price was right here Monday morning when we came on, and we told you all that we're going to be buying all the way to 5,000, and literally that's what price did for gold, right? So we're still in that continuation mode. Literally nothing has changed, right? From Monday of last week when we came on at 8, price was literally at this level, right? We were at this level that you can see here. And from this level, yeah, literally, we indicated that price would be rising to 5,000. And that's the trade that we were taking for the week, right? And literally, that's exactly what happened,
Exactly.
right? We are now in a place where we had the massive pullback into this zone, right? I'll highlight it, which gave anyone who did not get in when we told you that we were buying last Monday the opportunity to get back into the markets right in this level. Right, and you can clearly see I'm on the 4-hour time frame because that's where we do our top-down analysis. That's where we get our right levels to actually zone in on. Okay, so we know we're in a lovely uptrend. When in doubt, we zoom out. Lovely, lovely uptrend. You don't even need a trend line to kind of show you this. It's very clear what we're doing. Market had a lovely retracement. I think it was actually a 61.8 retracement. This was on the Fibonacci as well. And of course, we are anticipating that price will literally continue all the way back up into this block at 5,400 thereabouts, right? We're really anticipating that that's where we will be going. Now, before we even go there, there may be some sell reactions around this zone, right? Right here. You could potentially have price, doing a little bit of sells around this level, right? Before it actually goes. But this is where we're looking for the market to come back to in the long run for holding your buys, right? So holding your buys are really going to be fundamental. If you're in a buy, yeah, if you're not a long-term trader like how we look on the markets and you just want a day trade, you really just want to be positioning yourself this week really well, because I do believe by the end of this week we could be potentially at 4
Yeah,
5,400.
it really look promising. Look like it really look promising for this week by the end of this week. Not sure if we didn't check the calendar for news as yet, but you never know. It definitely price is showing us and definitely uptrend back into the supply level. So I think if you buy, you just hold
Yeah.
and don't fold. Just believe in the process because that's what trading is all about. Believing, trust in your setup, and just believing for maximum profits. To be fair, that's what it really is. Yeah,
Yeah, so literally what we're anticipating for gold is, one, we could have some sell-off right here. We have drawn this line, so you can anticipate sell-off from this level at 5,090 thereabouts, right? Price could literally push up, grab the liquidity, and actually have a lovely sell-off. However, for the long run, we're really thinking that it's gonna break this level, come sit on top, retesting it, and
and
actually go
continue.
all the way back up. So that's the long run. So you've got that level which price is currently close to, because if I go down to my 15-minute and you're a day trader, you can literally see how close we are to getting to, 5,090. Thereabouts, you're at 5,019, right? And of course, some people will be buying once price breaks above this level, sitting on top on the 15-minute. They'll be buying to that 5,090 and they'll be cool with that, right? Depending on the type of trader you are, right? We look at the market on the longer perspective because we're trading from liquidity zone to liquidity zone and we want maximum profits without feeling like we've got to over leverage. So we kind of really look at the bigger picture a lot of times. So I don't know. What do you trade and what do you want us to have a look at? Right. So we're giving our quick analysis on gold. This is something that we do trade. And because we trade it, we understand how price moves and we can clearly see what the longer run is actually going to be. And of course, the only thing you have to do on the other end when you take your trade at a key level is do what? Be patient. It's not going to happen in one day. Start thinking about the market in like a longer perspective. That way you make more money. No, that doesn't mean you have to swing trade for weeks, or you can literally just be in a trade for 2 days and that will give you so much profits, or be in a trade for the day by getting in at the right level to be able to get the profits from liquidity zone to liquidity zone and you're done. That's it if you're a day trader, right? Because we do day trades. There are times when we hold a day trade for 2 days, 3 days, right? And of course that kind of goes into a swing, but it's more money because we're holding it for a longer zone.
The longer zone.
Yeah.
And we don't have to be taking a lot of setups when it's like that. Because sometimes you get in the market at the right level, but because of being impatient, you're like, oh, let me just take my profits now and go. And then you find yourself finding it difficult to get another entry tomorrow or whenever it is you decide to go back. And then you're saying, wow, that entry was the perfect entry because the market just never came back. And if you are just hold that entry and be patient enough, believing that wherever you say it's going, just hold on to it.
Yeah, just look at structure. Yeah, because that's exactly what we do, right? And you can see now I'm on the daily time frame, right? Why am I here? We are literally above our last daily level and believing that we're going to be pushing back to this 5,100 and onwards. We can get some strong sells from this zone once price kind of taps this wick, right? We can see some reactions around this zone definitely to give us a little bit of sells, to be real honest. So that's where price is heading to. It's literally heading to 5,100 thereabouts. And when we get there, there's potential based on price action and how it reacts. There's potential that we may get some sales coming from this zone before we even break this level and actually come all the way up to 5,300. Yeah. So that's our take on gold. We've got the closest level based on where price is right now to look out for is that 5,090 to 5,100 zone to see how it reacts. So that's going to be your closest level right now to kind of tap into to see the reaction right there. Yeah. For sales right at this level. Okay.
And I think we have a request from TikTok on Euro USD.
Oh, Euro USD.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's pop on Euro USD. Oh. So for the traders who trade Euro USD, one of the things that we do all the time is we literally look at our higher time frame. So we start from our daily, right? The we trade as day traders and we look at the levels from our daily, and those are the levels we zone into on the lower time frame as well. So on this area, if I kind of just condense this price action and look at it clearly, All right, we're approaching back this zone right here. Let me just use this line first to show you. All right, we've got a level right around here, and I'll zoom in now so that you can see. What Euro USD is literally doing is actually coming back to this liquidity zone, right? Now, if you are a trader right here, like a real top-notch trader, I'll give you a little bit of insights right here in terms of taking a little array, and I'm going to show you this. We literally had break and retest from this last level on the daily time frame, which indicates that we will be buying right around this level at 1.17726 back all the way up to 1.20800 thereabouts on Euro USD. That is what I am seeing. That is what I'm anticipating. And of course, from this level right here, right? Let me make sure that you can see it from this level right here, right, where price has actually broken, come back, sat on top of this last level from the daily time frame. There is strong potential for us to be coming all the way back to 1.20815. When we come there, we may get some sell-offs, right? We may get like a little liquidity grab above the zone, then sell off, and then potentially later on we will be potentially heading back all the way to 1.23 thousand thereabouts, right? That's what I'm looking at for Euro USD. Okay, so from this area right here where we are, strong buying opportunity right here where we are. If you're not yet in a buy, then potentially you could wait for price to retest that order block right around 1.18064. And once it does react to that order block, and it's giving you the indication, you could literally say, you know what, let me just hop on to this trade, because it's coming back to this liquidity zone at the top at 1.20715. Yep. So yeah, that's it for Euro USD. You're evaluating price action, you're evaluating where price is and how to tackle it. If you go to the low time frame, yeah, if you're a day trader and you're on the 15-minute time frame, this was like a perfect opportunity where price has built up strong levels of what? Support right here, exactly from off the daily time frame. And that's why we use the daily to get our best zone, and then we kind of say, okay, let's go down to the 15-minute to actually execute with precision, right? And of course, right at that level, you can see where price kind of bounced off it multiple times, and then of course it's taken off massively. So that's literally, and where is it heading? It's potentially heading back up to that top area here, right? Because you can see that last week, look at it, 15-minute analysis now. It's come down, reacted here, and of course that's what gave it the power from this area, from this touch point here. We got the reaction there, gave it the boost, and of course potentially will be climbing back all the way to 1.20300 thereabouts later on. Yeah. And if you want to make sure that your levels are good, higher time frame first.
Higher time frame never lies.
Higher time frame first. You will pick up too much noise on the lower time frame if you're stuck there. Use your higher time frame levels, and then if you wish, go execute on your lower time frame. That's it. Nothing complex, just kind of simple analysis. Trading is not as complicated as people make it out to be. It's literally looking at your zones. Where are you planning for entry? Right? If I'm a Euro USD trader and I'm looking at my levels on my daily time frame, this would have been my level right around here. Right? I needed to see price reacting off this level before I got in for a buy, because of course it's a lovely retracement. If I take my fib from point A to point B, I could literally see that it's textbook. It's a 61.8% retracement. That gives me the 100% kind of confidence to actually take that setup once price retested this zone right there at 1.17698 to literally hold this trade back up to 1.2 or 20,000, whatever you call it for Euro USD traders. Yep.
Sometimes we'll get questions like, the higher time frame is saying the market is bullish, and when you go on the lower time frame, it's bearish. But you have to bear in mind who is gonna be who at the end of the day, where you believe the market is gonna end. It's not like right now at this moment, what's happening now. When we go down on the 15-minute, we're just looking for an earlier entry, right? It's all about getting an earlier entry, but bearing in mind what direction the higher time frame tells you the market is going, and that's how you're gonna keep your bias straight. You're not gonna like just go down and like, oh, up here the higher time frame 4 hours says the market is bullish, but when you go down on the 15 minutes, and we really don't really go less than the 15 minutes, because anything below that, it's a bit noisy and
Yeah.
it might get you go in the wrong directions. You
Mm-hmm.
get me?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're on the lower time frame, you have to just stick and trust the bias of the higher time frame, because it really does. It doesn't lie. The daily, the 4 hour levels are your best levels. And I know a lot of times you'll go ahead and mark up the charts, and you'll realize whenever the market hit those 4 hour levels or the daily levels, you see how it reacts. These zones, they don't lie. You must get some reaction as these zones when the market hit these levels. So you have to just trust the setup from
Yeah.
the higher time frame, or you're gonna find yourself taking um trades.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mediocre
you're
setups.
gonna be taking trades that you're gonna just always be getting wicked out, or you're just making small profits on these trades. You get me? So trust the higher time frame and just take your setup and accept it for what it is. Don't get misled, because the lower time frame will have you just buying and selling if you're not somebody that's disciplined to your strategy, or if you don't even have a strategy. You get me? So trust the higher time frame, jump down to the 1 hour, the 30-minute, the 15-minute to get a earlier entry, or to just get an entry into the market, and just hold the trade for that for what it is. Trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the process. That's trading is, you have to, whatever it is that you see after doing a top-down analysis, nothing beats a top-down analysis. After doing that, and you look at the charts and you say, all right, this is where I think the market is going to be going at the end of the week, right? You have to just hold on to that belief. You have to hold on to that belief, and the right entries can really have you taking less setups for the week. Because like I said earlier
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
sometimes you take on a Monday, you take the first trade on a Monday, and the market just never come back to that zone, maybe
Yeah.
until like Thursday, or maybe like Wednesday, Thursday, when the market get really volatile. That time it might come back, but you'll have a good trade running in profits for like 3 days,
That's true.
like 3 4 days.
Yeah, I remember the first time I held a trade for 3 days on gold. It was massive. And it, there are so many times that you would see that the price is actually going there, but you're not brave enough to actually hold it to go there. But I'm saying, if you see the recurring pattern, can you imagine, like, when we just started trading, gold was like at 1,900,
Hmm. Wow.
or maybe 1,800 if I remember correctly, right? Which was a few years ago. And can you imagine the positions that you took if you kept holding them and thinking of the market long term, the amount of money you would have milked from the market? It would have been massive, right? Sometimes we're too short term minded, and that's why we only make a little bit of profits rather than when we're long term minded. If you know it's going to go there and you can hold it there, why not hold it there? Now, of course, I'm not telling you to go hold it for a year or two. I'm just saying, if you see that price is going from liquidity zone to liquidity zone and you have an idea of where it's headed, why not try to hold it there? It will build something stronger in you on these charts, right? Literally. As I said, first time I held like a 3 day trade, it was like massive. And when I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. right? I could not see that. Listen, instead of me scalping a little bit of out of the market, I could literally see the market for what it is and actually take these setups and actually hold them to the right levels. And that built confidence so that I could see what was really possible without over leveraging, right? See what's really possible to catch massive moves by holding a setup, right? So not telling you all to swing trade, but I'm telling you just to be patient because patience really pays. That's what the message is right here. Patience pays, right? So Euro USD, perfect opportunity right where it is. And I've kind of matched it up with the fib, and you can literally see that we had an exact 61.8 retracement. Levels are very important. And one of the things that I love to do when I see these levels, just to kind of get a little bit of confidence, is to pop this fib on to kind of just, confirm if we had a nice retracement and where we could possibly be heading back. And if I kind of just hold on, if I kind of just look back at this, that where the fib is indicating that will go all the way here where I've got my red line, actually beyond it. Yep. 1.23977, all the way beyond that level. So I'm just saying, yeah, trust the process, do your back testing. If you don't know how to back test, there's a full video here on our YouTube channel. Or if you're over on TikTok, there's a full video on our YouTube channel literally showing you step by step how to do effective back testing. Go watch it. All right, go watch it. All right, so which other pair do you want to pop over on?
Let's look at GU.
GU. Okay. So we'll take our little trails off so that y'all can see GU. Like all these pairs are a lovely level. So for the GU traders, when in doubt, we zoom out just to see where we are. And I can see clearly now where we are. GU looks like it's in for sales,
Yeah, I can see this impulsive sell inside the zone. I
because
close back.
one, I'm gonna show you why. That was our level. Yeah, highest level. We had this internal one that came, retested this order block. All right here. We had this before all of this came into play. You're looking at data. The only thing we trade here is data. The data doesn't lie. So we'll take this. That's an order block, right? Price came back, rejected from our order block level right here. Perfect rejection of the daily candle there. Lovely, lovely, lovely move. Like textbook setup. And we drop it like it's hot back down to these levels. Once we did, and we got that lovely level here, right from off this section. I like to use my lines here. Look. Yeah. Doom, doom. We got power to buy back into this zone. Took out the liquidity.
Start selling again.
So where are we potentially heading?
Heading back down.
Right here. Right? Potentially heading back here. Now, if you don't see price breaking through this level, then of course it's heading further up. But in this instance, what I'm seeing is that we could potentially be coming back to this zone, right? For GU. That's what I'm seeing, right? But everything is going to be determined right here at this level. Let me show you here. At this level here. Everything is going to be determined here. Why? We need to see, to hold a sell like this, if you're not yet in it, up here is going to be your best bet for entry. If you didn't already enter it, then you need to see price break below here, retest here to actually get in to come further down. That's it. That's it that you'll be waiting on. This is a support level that's formed that was previously a resistance. So the only thing you need is to see price actually break, close below here, nice volume later on today, and you have the potential to take it back to this level here.
Looks
Yeah,
good.
that's it. That's it. And if I come down here, and I want to take these all off and just kind of refresh the screen so you can see it boldly. I love what I'm seeing on the 15-minute too. Why? Strong liquidity zone here that's being formed. Ooh, I hope you're seeing this. Strong level here. Yeah, one tap, two tap, three tap, four tap. Why? We're building liquidity here. We've got liquidity to the top side, liquidity here. And once we break this, we want the only thing we want to see is price breaking this 15-minute level, closing below it, strong volume, retesting this level
And continue.
to continue to here. Like literally, if you want me to draw it, what we want to see is this. We take the setup right here once we get a lovely wick rejection and an engulfing bearish candle to this zone. Yep, that's all. That's all we're looking for. That's literally what we're looking for. Yep. That's once we have to see price break below here with volume and come back for us. That's like game over on this setup. Yep, based on structure. We've built support here. We need to break the support, then retest that level, making it resistance to drop further. That's literally on GU. So as you can clearly see, I'm not just doing an analysis on the daily time frame and showing you levels. I'm marking levels on the daily, zoning in on the 15-minute, and looking at where price is on the 15-minute, what it could potentially do to give me an entry opportunity to be able to take a trade into that daily time frame level that I've marked up. That's it. So this would be a plausible play here. Now, if price doesn't break below here and does anything like this, then you'd be looking for buys, but I do believe the opportunity is more for sells. Yeah, based on where we are.
You have a lot of liquidity building up right there.
And if I just use, hold on, if I just use this kind of point A, B, C level with or fib, right? If I just do that, that's a 50% pullback that we had. 50%, double, triple, quadruple wick rejections at the 50% mark. Where are we potentially heading back?
Down.
All the way here.
We have quite more than 3 rejections to the top.
So even though I've marked this line here, we could, as it shows you on the fib, what we could potentially be doing is heading all the way back to 1.33706, right, on GU. Strong opportunity right here where price is right now for an honest sell, right? Honest sell. If you're a GU trader, right, you're really just looking at the level that we've just marked for a GU sell, right? Potentially coming all the way back down here. This is our next zone. If we refine it, that's what we're potentially looking for on GU. Okay? Yeah. Any other pairs that you'd like us to look at before we actually go? Let us know.
Let's look over TikTok.
What's the verdict? You want us to pop on US 30. For those who are US 30 traders, we'll have a look. US 30. Y'all, I covered a lovely setup on US 30.
Wednesday.
Yeah, we took a setup on Thursday on US 30. Real nice.
Yeah, it was Thursday, right?
Real nice. and it's all market structure. You can go watch that full video. So let me tell you where we are right now. We came here for the lovely buy, which we were anticipating, because this was all trend lines. So let me go daily to show you. Good. So US 30, yeah, lovely uptrend, right? But being in the lovely uptrend, we were rejecting off this level massively. I won't trouble my alerts. We were rejecting off this level massively. And when we came to the 1 hour time frame, we saw that we were kind of trapped in a zone, right? And being trapped in a zone, we took ourselves from these levels on the 1 hour, right? From this level all the way down to this level at 48,650, right? And then once price tapped this level, that was our opportunity to actually buy and hold this bad boy. So right now where US 30 is, I'd say we do have to hold on for structure to build itself up. It is at an all-time high, hitting the 50,000 mark. US 30 is a good mover, right? But I won't be going in on a buy just yet all the way up there. I'd love to see price actually coming all the way back at 49,600, 49,700 before I even go in for a buy.
And maybe it doesn't even drop until like Wednesday.
Yeah, so it could even continue further up. It could do that. So because it doesn't have strong structure at this level, my buying opportunities would literally be down here. As you can see, I've got an alert there already, right? If I'm buying anything on US 30, it will be at this level, 49,600, 49,700, thereabout. Yeah. If I go just a little bit lower, right, you can see where US 30 is. I do expect that it will push up before it comes back to these levels. I really do see more buys on US 30. So the perfect opportunity was on Friday when price kind of tapped our level that we took take profit from the sell, and then we started buying massively. We just kind of shot up all Friday, hitting all-time highs, right? So all I'm seeing, we could literally today we're gonna go for buys on US 30, but we're not gonna take the buys up here, even though we do believe that price will literally be pushing up. Only if, let me tell you what, if we break above this level, I don't know if you're actually seeing my lines. Let me make it bigger. Visibility, style. And thicker. Yep. Let's put it in green. There we go. Let me tell you the only way I'll take a buy here. You see if price breaks above here and sits on top and give me a lovely candle size, like lovely, then potentially there is a buy opportunity from 50,250 onwards. But the truth is, I don't want to buy that high.
Too high.
Yeah, I don't want to buy that
Just
high.
to wait on the retracement.
So I'd rather sit on my hands as a trader with an alert position right at this level where we broke through from, right? Right at this level. Alert here, and this would be my zone to actually buy 49,500, 49,600. That would be where.
Because we do know it's going to come back down.
It has to.
So you just have to wait.
Be patient. So where it is right now, my best buying opportunity, my best buying zone is literally all the way back down here. I'll highlight it so y'all can see it. It's going to be all the way back down here. This is going to be my best buying zone on US 30. Yeah, we know we're in an uptrend. We're looking for buys. But where it is, I'd rather it actually be a little bit more discounted. Then I'll get in from this level back to this level, because now it would have made some data that I could use. Yeah, by literally waiting on it to come back and then, of course, going back here before it creates a higher high. Yeah.
Sounds good. And guys, do remember, we go live on Monday again, 8 o'clock GMT time. But we have been considering also if if you guys want us to go live in New York session on Monday. So you can drop that in the comments when you're watching this video, right? Definitely. And whatever we put on the chart here, you can go ahead, mark up your charts, also look for these zones and come back and leave a comment. Let us know if you took the trade or not.
Yeah,
You get
yeah,
me?
of course.
And let us know if you make some profits.
Of course.
Yeah, that's good. That would be good knowing that we're not just doing this in vain, but you guys are getting value from it. You get me? It goes a long way. Small things, but it goes a long way. Yeah, man, it does goes a long way. And remember, my people, risk management is key when it comes down to trading.
Yeah,
We all know that you're gonna lose trades, but you're managing your risk is what's gonna keep you going. You know, if you're trading right now and you're losing all your money in just one setup, you need to go back to the drawing board. You get me? You need to go back to the drawing board and just get a balance and erase everything that you're doing and start over again. You shouldn't be losing all your money in one trade,
yeah,
right? And like we said, also look for the highest probability setup because the market is dishing out money every day. It's dishing out money every day and it's taking away profits every day. But you have to just know that, listen, every day, some persons believe that I have to trade every day. No, you don't have to trade every day.
yeah,
You don't. The more trades the more trades you take, it's putting you at risk to lose what maybe profits that you haven't even made or profits that you have already made on a good setup. Sometimes you just need one good setup for the week, and that's how you're gonna find yourself getting to profitability by
yeah,
just coming down to one or two trades max for the week. And when you take that trade, you knowing that you're gonna hold that trade from one liquidity zone to another liquidity zone. That's what it is. You're gonna
yeah.
hold your trade. You get me?
And
Because
that's the problem why a lot of traders out there are not consistent. You keep making money and you keep giving it back because you don't know that there is a cap, or there should be a stop point, right? This is why 90% of traders constantly lose money. You don't understand that the market will not run away, so you keep chasing the profits rather than actually understanding the process. So it's the process for us. We follow the process. We master one setup, we trade that one setup,
every
and
day.
we don't marry. For me specifically, and for Jeff, we don't marry one pair, right? Yeah, we do trade US 30 and gold, but at the end of the day, we marry the strategy, we marry the process. Because if we're looking at market structure and we're analyzing price action through market structure, and we're looking at price action, market structure is the same across the board. It's support, resistance, supply and demand. It's all of that uptrend, downtrend. So it is something that you have to learn, like for any market that you're in. Market structure is something that you have to understand for every market, whether you're a stock trader, whether you are doing options, whether you are doing whether it doesn't really matter, futures, commodities, indices, whatever it may be, forex. Market structure is fundamentally the number one thing that you have to own in on. And once you have that, then that's it. That's literally what you need. So understand that you need market structure. Go learn it. If you don't understand it, there's so many videos on our YouTube channel here that will literally help you to understand market structure. And we don't gatekeep, we show it to you because we can all win together,
There's so much value on the YouTube channel. So
right? We
much.
can all win together. So if you're in a place where you're just dumping your money in the market, dumping your money, and you're losing it constantly, invest in education, right? The right kind of education, because you can get so much knowledge or even noise from YouTube, right? We've got our funded trader accelerator program. Go join it and learn how to actually do this thing the right way, right? Literally. You don't have to qualify for a program. It's a registration based, because guess what? We know that everybody is not built to actually trade.
No,
There's
no,
so
no.
many people
So
in
true.
these markets, but trading is not for everybody. But if it is for you, you'll actually feel it and you'll actually know that this is my path, because you're gonna have to do the work,
Have to.
and you're gonna have to feel some pain. You're gonna have to lose a bit. It's not all peaches and roses as you see these gurus, kind of flaunting the lavish lifestyle with the Lamborghinis and all of that, doing the lifestyle marketing. Trading is not about that, right? And if you can just zone in on education and doing your back testing, doing your market analysis, you'll get there, right? The more you're on the charts, the easier it will become for you to pick up on patterns. Trading is pattern recognition. But if you're not zoning in on patterns and you're thinking too much about the Lamborghini and how much profits you can make from 50 pounds or 100 pounds, or, how can I flip this quick? You're going to be destroyed, because trading is not a get rich quick scheme. So we want traders on the other side to really understand the vibe here. This is where you can literally change the whole trajectory of your life, but you have to be locked in to the process, right? You have to.
And you have to understand that you're human. You're gonna make mistakes because there are times when I'm on the chart. To be fair, Kerry's a bit more this way more disciplined than me, I would say. But I have a notebook that I write down a lot of my mistakes
Yeah.
in, because there are
Journal.
some times where we have to go back and look on it, and just knowing that what happened the last time you made this mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and that will kind of keep you in line to say, hey, listen, it's not worth it. It's best you're trading your strategy and you lose a trade, you still win because you stick to the plan. Because tomorrow you're gonna go back again and you're gonna trade the same strategy again,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna see profits. But skipping us, jumping from strategy to strategy, it's like you don't know where you stand. You don't know which one works after back testing your strategy, and then you just throw it all through the window. You get me? Those are mistakes that a lot of people make, and they believe that these are common mistakes. Everybody does. I make mistakes.
Yeah.
Kerry make mistakes, and
It's a
we just have to
process.
journal it and say, listen, this never ends well with us. It never ends well. So guess what? I'm just not gonna do it. This is my trading plan. If I don't see the setup, I can't feel it. Leave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just leave it, because the setup comes most times after you trade on your emotions, and then mess up your account. There comes your setup. It's so clear now,
You
but
have
here
no
you are,
money.
you don't have any more money to trade, and it's
Money
just something
done.
that I've seen.
Time and
I've
time
been through
again.
it time and time and time and time. So there are some mistakes that I can say that I've graduated from, because I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
When I see that emotion start coming, I just turn off the screen. Once you're sitting on the computer, you're sitting on your whatever device you trade on, and you're just staring on that chart, making up setups when there's no setup, it never ends well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trade your trading time, stick to your time, stick to your strategy. And like I said, if you take the trade and you lose it based on all your criteria, you lose everything, and you lose, you still win, because it's a win to trade your strategy and not your emotions. It's a win all the time. It's a win, and it's a big win to get up every day and trade the same plan every day. You get me? So stick to the strategy, stick to the plan, and just keep going. You're gonna make mistakes. You're just human being. You're gonna find yourself sometimes feel as if you need more money. Oh, it's time for me. Oh, I want 2 trades, 3 trades. I can level up my account now. Yeah, it's gonna happen. But guess what? You just have to stick to the plan. Don't attract more mistakes and mistakes. But bad habits are so easily to come by in trading. It's so easy to develop bad habits. Very, very easy to feel like, let me just take an easy scalp from the market from this zone to this zone. And that's not a part of your plan. So whenever you get up and you go on the charts, stick to the plan. That's all it is. And we all make mistakes. Just journal your mistakes,
Yeah.
and just say, listen, I'm not gonna do this again. And every time, whenever you go on the charts, you look back through your notes, look at your mistakes, and make sure that you make a commitment that, listen, I'm not going to make this mistake again. Have a certain amount of trades that you take for the day. Have a certain amount of trades. So if it's 2 trades for the day, fine. I would tell you take 2 trades for the day, but guess what? Maybe that's just not going to do it for you. But for me, 2 trades for the day is all right. If I lose the first one, I'll go again for the second. If I win the first one, I'm finished. I'm finished because guess what? The emotions behind trading, I'm not putting myself through that 2 times and 3 times for the day. I'm sorry, I'm not going to put myself through that. That kind of feeling that trading comes with, no one is gonna, we're not telling you trading is easy. It's easy to mark up the charts. It's easy to press buy or sell, right? But it's not easy to control your emotions. And a lot of times it's the emotions that really cause the self-sabotage in trading. So my advice is look for the best setup that you can find that is in line with your strategy. Take your trade and just hold it for the long run, right? Number your tradings, number the amount of trades setup that you're taking for the day. Cut down. If you're taking 5, 10, 15 trades for the day, cut down. Cut down. You're not gonna last long. And then you're gonna give up and say trading doesn't work, it's a scam. But listen, man. Listen, patience is nobody can ever you can watch so many podcasts, you can read so many books, but patience is something that takes time to develop. It takes time. And this is money. And money
Yeah,
and feelings and emotions, oh my God, it's hard to separate the emotions from the money.
that's true.
So just try your best to like eliminate taking 100 setups for the day. Look for a few setups, 1 to 2 setups with your strategy. Go all in on it, execute, and just do what you have to do. You're gonna make it. It's gonna happen. You know why you choose this part, and there's just something in you that says, listen, one day I'm gonna be like whosoever you idolize as these good traders and stuff like that. You're gonna make it, but you have to trust the process. And do remember, drop a comment if you get value from whatever it is, from what we're doing here. Share it with a friend or family. Subscribe to the channel. It's all about you know helping you guys along the way because we're building, we're pushing, and we have a community where we have helped a lot of persons with um, in making profits, getting discipline, and stuff like that. So my advice to you guys is, listen, man, you can't be in it for the short run, be in it for the long run, because it's definitely worth it. There's no other opportunity that you can tap in, and you don't need a supervisor, no boss. Just tap in, lock in, and just do the work. It pays.
Yeah,
It
we said
pays.
that we were buying here. Buys
And
for
all these
zone.
setups that we have here, that we do here with you guys, these are setups that we're looking forward to be taking entries on. We really go for, we take most of our entries within the New York session because we get a lot of volume at that time. So we know in the London, we're in London now, and trust me, people, just trade your plan, not your emotion. Trade your plan.
Yeah.
And if we have no more questions,
You
we
can just before we go, if you're on the live and we didn't check your pair, the pair that you trade, you can let us know before we go. We'll quickly, kind of take up a look on it.
from it put up the Euro USD, enough people gone. They're like, all right, I love Euro USD. They say, all right, they just screenshot it and that's it.
Yeah, Euro USD was when we came on, lovely place for a buy, lovely
And we're
place.
streaming guys live from YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So all platforms, all platforms.
Yeah. Well, I don't see anything coming through the chats. That means you're all good. We've looked at gold. We've told you exactly what we believe will happen on gold. We're really looking for gold for the long term to be actually popping all the way back to 5,400, 5,300, right? But we could potentially get sells around here, before it does that. But really, we're looking for buys. In the long term, we're looking for buys. We're just seeing that right at this level here where we are, there's potential that when price comes back here, it could grab the liquidity above there and actually sell a bit. We're not going to be holding sells forever. We are in a strong market here. And look, we just potentially even the buys that if they're sells, sorry, that come, they could literally come and sit back on top of this order block right here. If I can kind of just condense it, I will, before it actually goes up. That's the order block. Yep. Right here. Yep. That's potentially where it could come if it goes for sales. And then of course you see once it bounce off here, we're gonna be going to that 5,000 mark. So buys around this area, and you could have potential sales later today here. All right, but let's see. We're all looking at market structure. We're giving you levels based on what we do believe. For US 30, we're seeing where price could potentially go for more buys later on today when the New York session opens. And then we want to see price coming back to this level for buys, coming back to retest this zone. Once it does, this is where we'll be getting in once there's confirmation, right? For GBP USD, right here we've built support. So there's two plays unless we break and retest. So there's opportunity for buy right at this level, right? However, if price breaks here, retest, then you've got a sell to here. If price is actually in a place where it's having the support and it's holding it, then of course buys are on the way back to this level. Based on where we are, there's liquidity pool to the top and the bottom here at Euro USD. So it could literally work anyway. But based on what we've seen, right, we could come back here. But if we don't break here, there's no sell opportunity. That's exactly what I'm saying. You need to see price break below this support level, retest it to actually continue down. If it's respecting the support, then it's only buys back up to this level. That's it. All right, so quick overview. I hope you got some value from that. And literally, that's it. That's a wrap for today. Let us know, as Jeff indicated, if you'd rather us or also want us to actually pop on here for New York session opening to kind of do a quick analysis and walk through with you on potential setups on the way, right? It would literally just be a day out of the week. We'll decide that, you know what, this is the day that we come live for the NY opening rather than the London opening. All right, let us know, and you can drop that in the comments down below. And remember, if you're getting value from everything that we deliver here, if you're making profits from anything that we show you here, be sure to drop it in the comments or drop us a DM just to keep us going, knowing that what we're doing, we're not doing it in vain.
Motivate us to keep going.
Yeah, that we're not doing it in vain. So we'll see you next Monday, same time, same place. Have an awesome, awesome trading week. We love you all. We appreciate you all. And thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.